Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about the Wampanoag Indians out there in Massachusetts, Rhode Island area. Look, so the show was over. I did a bad show. But one thing I thought, I was like, yo, when it comes to the history moment, we gonna rock. Lost everything. So I mean, you know me. I know the history. I'm doing it, but I can't pronounce the name, and I was like, I'm butchering the name. And so I went through the process anyway. We ain't even playing that clip. It was, oh my God, that was the worst. So it's a rare thing. This will be the joint, you know what I mean? This will be the whole thing. Been sick ever since we saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We gonna review that. All last week, nothing. Then this past Wednesday, as we're recording this, the show is over at 10, and this is about 11 something. So we will try to get this up, if not before Thanksgiving, definitely that Friday after. But I'm trying to get back in my zone, man. I'm trying to get back into my thing. And we recorded it. Like I said, I'm listening back to it. I'm like, this was terrible. So the vibe was like with everything. For people who don't know, man, let me say this part too. The concept of the colonizers coming through and being the first contact, it's all a myth. It's been debunked. It should have been debunked if it hasn't. What happened as far as American history is the colonizers actually took time to set up shop and make residency here in America. A lot of people, they would just come in, chop it up for a little bit, trade, move. Then there were those, and they were looking for slaves, and they were like, yo, we about to take some people. So the Native Americans coastally, on the coast, were always apprehensive. You know what I mean? They didn't know whether it was going to be all good and trades and everybody live and prosper, or it was going to be an invasion. You know what I'm saying? So it was always something going on. With the Mayflower, with the Pilgrims, it was one of those, hey, what's up with them? And then they seen that it was all good. Now, it was a give and take moment. The Wampanoag people, their tribe was kind of on the low. The people were sick, you know. So it was like, yo, we need these extra hands. We need these extra people. The Pilgrims were looking at it like, yo, they're willing to share land. We need that. They're willing to help us navigate through this. So it's all good. And for a while, that's what it was. It was very, you know what I'm saying, peaceful. And everything was all good. And as, again, we know history. We know how history is. And at some point, it became, I think we could take over this. As far as the Pilgrims were concerned, as far as everything was good. And there lies the biggest issue. And things just took a turn for the worse. You know what I mean? Like, the Native Americans were trying to figure out ways to stop the takeover, and it didn't work out. There's a war called King Philip's War. Metacom, who was the son of, and God, I'm gonna butcher this name, Osuquam, Ousamequin, who had passed, and everybody was like, yo, let's continue to honor that agreement. But then it became a thing, well, I think, matter of fact, y'all should give us even more land and do whatever and make it an even bigger issue. So within that, Metacom feels like, yo, I can't let it go down like that. And they do what they do, and they have a war. 14 months. As far as America is concerned, it's the bloodiest joint we had per capita. Like in that little space, it was crazy. Craziest 14 months. The War King Philip. The people called him that. I don't get it, but the people chose to call him that. And the colonists demanded they did more things. There was a negotiator, and he was like, nah, I don't think they really trying to rock with us like that. You know what I'm saying? The war was like 14 months. They lost, of course. Thousands were killed. You know what I'm saying? Metacom fled. He was soon found. You know what I'm saying? They killed him, and then they took his belt, which I don't understand. I don't know if y'all understand. The belt was something that would pass on through generations, and you add on to it with your piece. It was legacy. You know what I'm saying? This belt was a major piece of artifact, and it was lost, supposedly lost. It was found by the enemy. It was held by the enemy. It was taunted. It was the trophy by the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And one of the last moments of like what goodwill there could have been was definitely gone within that. And things have never been the same. Well, again, obviously, right? Because we're here. We're all here. But that is a major piece of history. I don't know if they tell it up there in Massachusetts in the Rhode Island area. They don't tell it to us like that. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Virginia, so we like, let me tell y'all something, man. Again, it isn't we're never told we're the bad guys. It's one of those things that you figure out by 12, 13, and you start looking at it and you're going, hold on. So they came here, these people were already here, and they took over. How are we the good guys? You start looking at westerns and cowboy flicks a little different. Like, how are we the good guys? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with slavery. You hear about, like, we were being taught about slavery in first and second grade. You know what I'm saying? This and that, and somehow by second grade, then you get into the civil rights movement, and then there's this big gap between slavery, Lincoln, civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, and there's always there's these big gaps. But when the way that history teaches it, it's just one big continuous motion. Like, yeah, there was slavery. Lincoln ended slavery. You know what I'm saying? People didn't really want to be fair to black people. Martin Luther King freed everybody and made everything equal. Yay, let's keep it moving. And you realize you're missing so many pieces of history. Because the history is, we were the bad guys in that. We were the bad guys with the slavery. We were the bad guys with a lot of the stuff. And it was wild. And like I said, history we don't tell the story from the perspective of the Native Americans. We tell it from the angle of, well, we were here and they didn't feel like they wanted to share anymore and we needed to take over. It was all about survival. Imagine if we would have lost, everything that you know about America would not exist. You know what I'm saying? I say this completely real. I'm saying this from a real perspective. When you have a chance to have people tell you Native American history, listen to, and I'm not just talking about their interactions with the colonists back in the day. I'm talking about their history, because we have wiped that away, man. Like, there were languages that are lost. We've lost all that. You know what I'm saying? So when you see guys and women who were like, yo, yeah, I still know my native tongue, embrace that, man. Embrace it, respect it, absorb it. You know what I'm saying? Be a part of that, because, again, America has whitewashed. Sounds so easy to say. Whitewash sounds so cool. Like, oh, they just made everything. No. Eradicated is the word. Eliminated is the word. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed is the word. So much actual American history. Whitewash this is that's too easy. That's a cute way to say it. No. They have eliminated any evidence of anything before the colonies. They have eliminated, destroyed everything surrounding Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? There's and when you come across those who do know that history, there should be a platform for them. There should be somebody listening. That's why, salute the social media for all the talk about all they do is dance and come up with dances and do silly stuff. And there's people out here definitely trying to put you on to civilizations that are no longer prevalent. Learn it. Be about it. Check it out. They're out there. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, man. This is the Thanksgiving time, and when it comes to you Native Americans, and it's sad, even as I'm saying it, it seems this is the only time that their relevancy matters, during the November moment. Then after November, we go about our business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that was cool. Nah. Human beings lost their lives, lost their way of living, lost their land. You know what I mean? And even as I speak, I know I feel weird because I just zoomed right through a lot of that stuff. But I'm saying, do the research, peep the game, man. Do your research on this stuff. Enjoy. I will holler at y'all later. Happy Thanksgiving. Black Friday, the tail end of November. I don't know, man. Enjoy this. And we will holler at y'all next month. I mean, not next month. Technically, probably next month. I don't know when. I don't even know how many days are in this month. So, yeah. But we will definitely holler at y'all next week. For sure. Thank y'all for listening. Enjoy. It's weird without having the clip to come, to throw behind this. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to do the outro way. You know what I mean? They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So, anytime that your God allowed you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Thank y'all for listening. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Lost Boys, enjoy yourselves, man. Let's go. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.